You're back with Santa Claus and his reindeer. I don't. That's your imagination. Instantly, when you take some cracks, you're going into your imagination. Everything is imagination. Imagination is emotion. That's it. But you can instantly be emotional if you take some alcohol. Instantly. You lose frontal lobe control of your body, your thoughts and your words, and now you're going into your emotional center. That's what crack and Ritalin is. That's what alcohol is. Instantly takes you back to your emotional age when you were nourished and loved by your mother. See, you miss your mother. You have third trimester stress. You're emotionally crippled. That's why we go back into it. Santa Claus is emotional. Halloween is emotional, you know that. And what can make you emotional instantly? A drink of alcohol. Why do you want to be emotional? Because that's when you were secure. That's when you were loved and protected. You want your mother's titty. Are you still with me? The brothers understand this titty conversation. Nonetheless, I'm saying that this whole thing we gotta understand is still emotions. Why do we crave emotions so much? Because we were never emotionally fed. To be emotionally fed, you have to be fed by your mother and your father. What happens physiologically is the baby wants to stay in the mother's womb, as the Greeks call it, because they thought her penis was cut off. The baby's not in no womb. The woman is not wounded. The baby's in the uterus. Let's be clear. So when you were in this uterus, you were emotionally comforted, and you enjoyed being there. You didn't know anything about up or down. That's why children go to the edge of the building and crawl right off. They never knew about up and down. You see, nothing. You don't know. There's no up and down in the uterus. None of that. So you're inside of the uterus, and you're floating. But if the mother's angry, the fluid is thick, and you don't get that bounce that you need. You don't be able to feel the way you should feel. Then you're missing your smell vocabulary. You see, you're missing your touch vocabulary. Some people can touch things that looks good, but they don't feel right. They got touch intelligence, sound intelligence, smell intelligence. All of those intelligence you need to be intelligent versions you don't have. Because your mother was stressed either by a relationship or by drugs or just by being black in America, which by itself is stressful. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because I used to, I was raised in what you call apartheid, which they call segregation, and I know some of you read about it. I walked down the street, and a white person walked down the street, I had to get off the sidewalk and walk in the street. That's what I had to do. And I get off the sidewalk and walk in the street, and I still got spat on. I'm just telling you what happened when I was growing up. I thought the white man spat on me the first time. I said, oh, he must have missed the sidewalk. I didn't know. I couldn't tell my mother because I didn't belong downtown. We could only go downtown on Thursday. I went down there because I wanted to see these naked white women. Because they had white women in the store. And me and my brother were looking up their dress. We didn't know they were dummies. I mean, hell. Hey, there's a white woman. Never mind. Another subject. I shouldn't have went off on that tangent. I'm very sorry. I'm college. My grandmother said I'm college. I didn't mean to go off on that tangent. So, we have to start visualizing what we want to do here and understand that we need these emotions. And emotions are the thing that manipulate and control us the best. And what we ask of in a relationship is emotional. We want emotional food. And the only way to get emotional food is when somebody's paying attention to you. If someone is not paying attention to you, it hurts. That's the only way to hurt a child, is not to pay attention to them. That's when you do the most damage. A computer doesn't do that. Only the human face does that. That's why their vision is only 6 to 12 inches, because they need to see the human face. Because the human face will react to a curse word, and they will say, oh, that sound is not a good sound. And they interpret in reality. That's why they got to see their mother's face. That's why we manipulate you through what you should have learned. That's why ice cream cones have a cherry on top, which is nothing but a nipple. We know how we mess you up. That's why circles always attracted to children. They only measure from your lip to your eyebrow. If that's wider, they look at your face more. From your lip to your eyebrow, they want that roundness. First round thing they saw was the areola. That's that brown thing around a woman's nipple. So children like round, you see. That's why you have a round pizza, you see. Because we know what you like to see. That's why ice cream cones are nothing but a titty. That's nothing. What you think Hershey's Kisses is? What you think the baby's kissing? A nipple. You're missing the whole thing here. We know that you still want to be nurtured and loved, so we sell it to you in the shape of food. That's what I'm trying to say. We know that the breast is skin, and what comes out of that skin is that soft milk. That's why Krispy Kreme has soft milk coming. You follow me? Softness is always in the center. You can have a candy bar, it's when they ejaculate caramel. Softness, you see. We know we're going to name all the candy bars after men anyway. Clark Bar, Babe Ruth. We know who's buying them those candy bars, and the people who suck on them are different than people who sold them. Somebody's sucking on a hot dog, I'm getting the hell away. Another stuff. I didn't mean to go there, I'm college. I'm saying that this circle is coming from your childhood. The food we like is made likable to us because it's going back to you. You moved upon the earth without form. That's a baby. That's the egg. You see? Moved in darkness over the earth. That's inside your mother's womb. Out of the darkness you came into the light. Yeah, you were born. That's how we sell things. We just go back to what you missed. And you look up at your mother's face, you see a chin. But what's coming out of her mouth? Word. In the beginning, there was a word. And I'm just going back to your childhood and nurturing you, and that's how I'm able to sell you all of this dumb stuff that you buy. Because you want that love and affection, which you should have gotten from your relationship. So you're back into your mother's womb. You like what your mother's doing, so you spray out something called oxytocin, which causes something called dopamine. It makes the mother feel good. The mother feels good and hugs her husband. He feels good and raises her oxytocin and dopamine. Then the mother sprays it back to the child. It's called a circle that's unbroken. The child makes the mother feel good, the mother makes the father feel good, the father hugs the mother, makes her feel good, and the mother nurtures the baby. Because in our culture, the baby is pregnant with 2 adults to birth him as parents. The baby is pregnant with 2 adults to birth him as parents. Follow what I'm saying here? The father is pregnant with the mother and the baby. The mother is pregnant with the child, and the child is pregnant with both of them. Take them through an emotional rites of passage, which takes 9 to 10 months, which you call pregnancy. Because we're back to the first child, and that's the bonding and reattachment. Second child, that's the emotional rites of passage. So you know how to behave when the child is born, because the child conditioned you emotionally who they are. But we don't have all of that, because we don't have the technology of a relationship anymore. We think to improve our civilization, we can vote. Improve our civilization, we have to have a positive relationship between the man and the woman. That's the only way it can move. Nothing can move. The train didn't improve its civilization. Telephone didn't do it. Then what makes you think the damn computer did it? No technology has ever advanced the civilization. Ever in history. A computer cannot be intelligent. Intelligence starts when you're crawling. You have one set of intelligence, then you walk, you have another. You have another when you're around your brothers and sisters, mother and father. Intelligence starts like that. All computers are born as adults. What happened to the childhood? Why don't the computer know other computers? Why don't they have computer friends? Why don't they hang out? They don't have intelligence. They just have inputs and outputs. Machine cannot be intelligent. Intelligence requires your mother and father. It requires crawling, it requires walking. The machine cannot be intelligent. Where are you coming from, Negroes? Thank you. So all we're saying is that we're going to try to do some things here to get kind of familiar. You can't build all of this kind of thing called a relationship overnight. You have to start somewhere. You can't repair everybody you meet. You can't rescue everyone. You cannot save every Negro. Some of us cannot be saved. The only thing we know how to save is fence. Food stamps, sorry. Everyone cannot be saved. Some of these people you need to leave alone. Because you're not a trained therapist. I did it for 15 years. I know how to deal with crazy people. Eat their own bowel movement, bark at the moon, masturbate to Ray Charles. I used to do all that stuff. That's what I used to do, 15 years of it. Paranoid, schizophrenic, suicide rate. So when I look at jobs, I look at the suicide rate to know a job is beneficial to you. That's how you look at a job. Military, 30 men kill themselves every day. They're not even in combat. That's the military. And you look at the death rate of the jobs, not the money. Are you with me here? You're looking at the wrong way here. You look at the death rate. You go down there and you say, okay, after that it's the post office. But where the people from the post office come from? The military. That's why they call it going postal. They just want military. See, in the military, 30 people kill themselves every day who are not in combat. The highest rate for suicide and divorce is with psychiatrists and psychologists. You don't want to go in that profession. It's a high death rate with that one. You look at the death rate of these things you're going in, you're better off being a garbage man. At least you know you're taking some shit. I'm going into professions. In any case, all I'm trying to say is we can do this thing. We can be healed. We got about 2 billion years of civilization. We're so far ahead of so many cultures. We got so much cultural depth that we can heal ourselves. It's not a problem for us. We're not like the Europeans and the Chinese who just came out of the cave 50,000 years ago. They don't have all that vocabulary you have. Most of them are barking and grunting on each other. We had words. We live in buildings with glass windows, indoor plumbing. It's not the architecture, it's the thinking that produced the architecture. That's what scares white people. It's the thinking that produced that architecture that's scary. Not the pyramids, it's the thinking that produced the pyramid. You look at the wrong thing. You're still with me here? That's why they were scared of this guy who started solos, Charlie Parker. It's not that he played fast, he thinks that fast. That's what's scary. You follow me here? You got all of that juice from your ancestors, so you can do this. You can turn this thing around. But it's going to take time. It's going to take maybe 1,000 years. That's a quick history. Okay, I'll give you 500. Because we got to know what the damage is. So understand me here. A lady who drinks alcohol while she's pregnant, and she has a little girl, the little girl has a little liver that can protect herself a little bit, but the little girl's eggs does not. You're looking at 3rd generation when you're looking at a Negro sitting in a chair. You're looking at 3rd generation damage. You're looking at the eggs of a little girl. Are you with me here?
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it takes a long time. I'm looking at the eggs of a little girl inside the mother's womb. You just no. You 3 generations behind the whole problem. Okay, all right. Nice to be free. It's like, you can cry and get things that you want. If I fall out and cry, I say, look at me, he's crazy. I'm trying to get what I want. Dr. Stevenson, do you think I've talked long enough there?
Let's give it up for Dr. Afrika.
Exemplify loving yourself.
Eating healthy.
You eat healthy.
Exactly.
Exactly. What else do you do?
Exercise.
You exercise. That's what I'm talking about. What else? You get some spiritual enlightenment, and that's how you love yourself. I love it. What else?
Dancing.
You dance. What kind of dance do you do?
All kinds.
Okay, I won't go there. That's what's up. That's where I love it. So what do you do? You dance. What do?
Sing.
You sing.
Right?
You write. Is that what you said? very good. These ears, they're a little old. She writes, that's very good. What else? In the back, what do you do to love yourself?
Create.
Create, very good.
Spend time alone.
Spend time alone. Leave me alone time. Okay, what do? You accept others the way that they are. That's how you love yourself. That's good, you don't expect them to change. Okay, so listen, you gotta know, you have to do to yourself what you want somebody else to do to you. Okay? This brother said he likes to dance. It probably wouldn't be wise for you to date somebody who doesn't like to dance, unless they're open to learn. Right?
Yeah.
You have to be everything that you want your mate to be. Or you have to be aspiring to be what you want your mate to be. You cannot expect someone to do something that you're not willing to do. Okay? So I heard a lot of people saying they eat right, and you exercise and you dance. Do you ever look at your parts of your body that are just not right, parts of your spirit that are not right? What are things you need to work on? Patience. I do too. What else? What do you need to work on? Okay, but how? Your temper. Now we talking. We talking. Let's share up. You need to work on your temper. How many people here got a temper issue? Don't do this. We family. Don't do this. I got a temper issue. You gotta know that. Okay. What other kind of issues are we working with in the house? Oh, y'all don't want to talk about y'all's issues, huh?
Trust issues.
Trust. Okay. I don't trust your behind. Okay. What else? Intimacy. What else? Men, what else? Men, what else? Don't make me get up, because I will. And I will point you out, make you tell me something. So keep me in this chair. Men, what kind of issues do you have within yourself? What kind? Expression. Meaning what? Communication, is that what you mean? Express yourself how? Like in communication, give me some, we want to really know we need to know each other, right? When he says expression, I don't really fully got a grasp on it. Can you just give me one more word to exemplify that?
How about I say exactly what's happening right now?
Okay, so if you're upset, can you express being upset? Okay, so you take a while, you let it build up and build up and build up.
Then blow up.
And then blow up. Okay. Expression. What else, men, do we have an issue with?
Self-worth.
Self-worth. What else?
Suppressing reality.
How do you suppress reality?
No, I mean faking it, wearing a mask.
Oh, hell yeah. You always got your representative present. Right? You try to act like you're something that you're not. Okay? Is there anything else we are working with in the house?
Insecurity.
Insecurity. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Insecurities. If you do not know your weakness, then how do you know your strengths? You have to be true to yourself first before you can be true to anybody you tell you love them. Okay? And everybody's definition of love is different. So let's talk about love. When I feel loved, what? Give me, when I feel loved, what? I feel safe. When I feel loved, men,
Secure.
I feel full. I feel comfortable. I'm trying to help y'all out. Come on now. That's what I'm doing.
Safe.
You feel safe. You feel secure. What else? Understood. What else? That's why we in such a damn dysfunctional relationship. You see how quiet this room is? This translates into everyone's relationship. We try to be healthy. You got to know your own issues. You understand that? If you don't know what love is, then how can you require it of someone? Okay? We have the male and the female principle inside this room right now, and we're different. But how do we know how to learn each other if one doesn't open up and say, this is what makes me feel happy, this is what makes me feel sad, and this will piss me off? Okay? You have to come to some commonality of what it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a healthy relationship. Okay? Because I like to act things out. So I want, how many men in here think they they got the basis of what it takes to be in a relationship. Okay, can you come on up? Please come on up. Let's give it up to my brother and you until I find his name. What's your name, darling? Michael, let's give it up for Michael. I need a female. Can I get a female in the house that, you know, have the basis of what it means to be in a relationship? I know, I saw that face. You said do not
I'm like,
fit
do I? I don't know.
Yes, I think it's you because I felt your vibe coming up. I was going to call you out. Good that you came on your own. What's your name, sweetie?
Tanel.
Let's give it up for Tanel. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now. We're trying to be in a functional relationship, correct? And every functional relationship has issues, okay? Now, Tanel, what happened is you were supposed to be at home at a good hour, say like 6 o'clock, because you're supposed to go on a date, and you're waiting for her, and she hasn't showed up yet, okay? You really don't have a good excuse though, okay? You're just dead wrong. Can I see how you handle that? Okay, so I need both of you to kind of speak into the mic. So I'm gonna put the mic here, and let's see how you handle. This is all in love, because in love relationships, we do have issues, right? Okay, let's see how you do it.
And you know how I am sometimes. I'm sorry. Can I make it up? Maybe I can cook something?
Yeah, you were in a relationship.
What happened to you earlier today? How come you didn't communicate where you were so I can know?
I forgot, and that was my mistake, and I apologize. I got completely wrapped up in the moment.
What was the moment?
What happened to you today?
I stayed after work late to finish some work that I didn't want to have to take care of in the morning. I didn't manage my time as well as I should have.
All right, I'm good with that.
How did that go? That went good? Was it real? Was it real for you? Was it real for you?
Yeah, that's I'm
Okay, so I want to pull some more real out. Okay? So now, you caught your beloved smiling at a woman a little too hard. Okay? He looked like he was enjoying the conversation a little too much. Okay? And I'd like to see how you handle that.
This is after she walked away.
Oh.
This is after the
She could be there or she could have walked away. When are you going to respond?
Hi, how are you? My name is Tanel. You look beautiful.
I'm all right. How are you today, Mike?
Oh, no, I'm talking.
How are you doing?
You enjoying yourself?
Yes, sir. I'm doing well.
All right, I'm going to go over there and meet some people. Can you finish your conversation?
How was that?
I'm like,
How was that? How was that? Was that good? Okay, so you stay right here and let me step in because you know, they're a little too proper for me.
but that was, no, there's a conversation that's had as we walk away, but I'm not going to address another woman. I'm not going to address you looking at a woman while she's standing there. Because that's something we can deal with behind closed doors.
Okay, so now the doors is closed. The doors is closed now. And I want to see what you got to say now. Oh, if we in a house.
All right. Let's hear it.
Now you know that my mother hit my father. And I'm trying not to continue the cycle. Let's be respectful, because if you see me checking for another brother, the way your eyes were rolling into the back of your head, you would feel disrespected. So respect me the same way you'd like to be respected.
Let me explain myself first. I saw her already at the bar where we were getting drinks. So that's how we kind of knew each other. So that's why when I saw her again, we had a little familiarity.
There's a difference between being familiar and crossing a line simply by your energy.
all right, I understand what you're saying, but I really didn't feel it was really disrespectful of you as much. You may think it was, but I understand what you're saying.
I understand that as well. So what I would appreciate is being a bit more conscious of your body language when you're around other women. It's natural for you to be attracted to other women. And you're an attractive man, so I'm glad that women are attracted. Because you're mine. As I am yours. But let's still keep it respectful and just be aware of the body. Because you know you're weak. But she didn't. And her language said that she didn't care.
I'm blaming it on the alcohol.
Let's blame it on the alcohol. Okay. How do we like that conflict resolution? How do we like the way she spoke to him? Was it beautiful? She said it was beautiful. Did she articulate herself well? Yes. Did she make you feel less than a man?
No.
Very good. That was very good. Yep. You didn't choke them. I'm so proud of you. Okay? You kept the class. In every relationship, there will be conflict. Fortunately, we got a chance to see a functional relationship because he didn't have to take that way. He could have gone a whole nother way with it. But when you're in love with someone, you act like you're in love with them and you hear what they have to say. What we're looking for when we're in a relationship. Have you ever seen whatever this love thing is and you say, oh, this one's for me? Anybody that intuitive? Oh, you can see? Partially? How do you want to be approached, my ladies? How do you want a man to approach you? Okay, let me try this again. I'm gonna stand up, because I get better responses when I stand up. I said, how, ladies, do you want a man to approach you? You have to know this. Yes.
Love and respect, like the honoring of who I am just because I'm in your presence and in your space, and you're in mine.
So how does he do that?
So
He said, what's up, boo? What does that mean?
not do boo.
She doesn't do boo, okay? Some of y'all think boo is all right.
No kissing, none of that. A pleasant good afternoon. How are you? You look beautiful. Something that says,
Something genuine.
genuine.
How close can this man be in your space before it's like, bang it up?
Arm's length.
Arm's length.
Arm's length.
Man,
Yes.
every man, put the arm in front of you. If you come closer than that, you have violated her space.
Yes.
Okay? Does it start to feel a little bit intimidating when a man starts to push up on you and he's like in your ear? Do you like that? You think it's cute? No, we don't think that's cute. Okay, men, is it okay for a woman to approach you?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay? And when a woman approaches you, how far does she need to be? Did y'all hear that 2 inches? I can't measure, so is that like a pinky? What is it? How far away is that? Oh, so it's up in here. Okay, so like, a man don't have a problem with you going up in his space, but we need to be at arm's length.
Yes.
Men, how can a woman approach you respectfully where you can say, okay, this is, I can feel this is nice, okay, when she's not being ratchet. Man, why you so quiet? Man! You gonna tell me something? Okay. Talk louder.
It's like if a woman approaches me, what a genuine, For instance, if a woman is approaching me with a genuine, hi, good evening, how you doing? My name is such and such. When you do an introduction, most definitely you're going to get my interest because now I'm enthused on what you're about to say next.
So can she ask you, can I have your telephone number? Or is she giving you hers? How does that work?
Well, with that one, I'm like, no, not necessarily, because I don't know who you are. I don't know what your interest is. I don't know what your actual relevance with this conversation is going to be.
Okay, now, wait a minute now. I said a woman is trying to, she's interested in you. She stepped to you respectfully and said, how you doing? You look nice. I love that shirt. What does it say? The black woman has got, oh yeah, I love that. So, I was just wondering, can we speak to each other at a later date, a later time? Because I really like what you're, sending off. Is that, you'll say, I don't know what your intentions are, hell to the no, I'm not giving you my phone number. Check me out on Facebook. What is it? So can she then ask for your telephone number? Is that okay?
It's all about approach. Now, if you come with an approach that is actually emitting your particular attitude, then of course you're going to get a different response. And now her response, of course, most definitely, I'm like this. I'm glad to be connected with you. And we can talk more on any of the different matters.
I got his number. Now, let me tell you something. What else? We need to, women, do we need to be clear on this? Do you need to be clear on how you speak to a man if you're interested in him? Maybe you don't even want to date him. Maybe it's just somebody you want to be friends with. How do you better approach a man? Yes, can you speak loud?
Yeah, I think so. In my opinion, the way that you just approached him,
yes,
that's out of line. That's a masculine. That's a masculine way of engaging.
So what should I have done?
What you should have done is something subtle in a way that would have given the man signals to
Like
speak
what?
to himself. Body language.
You have to teach me.
Get up.
Yeah, right, Peter.
I can't teach you how to be a woman.
No, but if you're articulating
Okay.
that I should be a certain way, then you have to absolutely be able to tell me what I need to do to do it.
It's very simple for a woman to give simple body language and eye motions to show a man that is interested. When you show a man that she's interested, when you show a man that you're interested, then the man will approach you if he's interested. But to actually speak and ask a man for a number, I think that's a little bit.
So for you, different than this man, because we're all different. What I would have to do for you,
It's not about for me. It's not about.
because everybody's different.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is
Exactly.
Am I?
that's a masculine
Exactly.
approach.
He's saying exactly. So
Everybody is different.
everyone is different. And so I respect what you're saying, my brother, because you're a part of the male race. So I'm saying for you, you can't be so straightforward. You just have to smile and, do subtle things for you. So if I looked at you and said, I love your shirt, you like, talk to the man.
No, I wouldn't do that. I appreciate the compliment.
Let me tell you something.
You're trying to sell it.
Okay, so this is what I want to say because we're getting this clear. We're trying to be in a relationship, okay? Everyone is different. And it's not very wise to judge a book by its cover, okay? And so where you say that approaching someone and just saying, you know what, I love your shirt and I like to this, that's being too forward. Are you more intimidated by a strong woman who knows who she is? I'm just asking. Because this is all, and let me tell you, my brother, this is not between me and you. I'm going to tell you this for a reason. Oh, you can't lose. She got you. The baby got hooked.
It's not about being intimidated, but there's certain characteristics that men are supposed to have and women are supposed to have.
Supposed to. And we're
supposed to. We're physiologically adapted in certain ways.
What's your name, my brother?
Supreme.
Thank you so much, Supreme. I love every thought process. It takes all to make the world go round. I like what he said because a woman like me gets that a lot. Okay? Where they say, well, you got some kind of masculine because I'm Charles's child. I come from my daddy. You understand? It's not because I'm trying to be a man. It's because I know who I am. and I'm very comfortable with who I am. And I, like I know who I am, can speak life into my counterpart. So I understand where you're coming from. I would never be able to approach someone who just wants somebody to settle. Because the minute I open up my mouth, the deal is gone. Okay, but there are some women who suffer like I do in a lot of different cases. If you're a woman, and are there any women in the house that's kind of like, how would you, most people would see you as being overbearing?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. She was cute with it. She said sometimes. I appreciate what you said because we need to understand in relationship, is it okay to be yourself? Is it okay to be yourself? Okay? So now, I understand where you come from. Men, what else? How can we be? I do. You're saying.
I never got to complete it, bro. Actually.
You want to come up? Okay, but listen, let me articulate in 2 seconds what you mean. What you're saying.
You can't articulate what I mean. You can articulate what you think.
Well, I heard you very well, my brother, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, okay? What you're basically saying is you want somebody more soft-spoken, somebody more intuitive. Somebody more intuitive. You don't want somebody being so straightforward. Is that what you mean, my brother?
Not at all. I did not say anything.
Okay, so I tell you what. Come on up, baby. Come on up.
Don't want. What
Come on up.
I said.
Come on up. Can you come on up here? We all family. We come on up. That's right. Give me a hug. I love him. Okay, so listen. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to really articulate what you mean. Because we want to know this. No, we want to understand as women. There are ladies in here who want to understand as well as myself. What does it take? You understand? Articulate yourself, my brother.
I'm just simply saying that there's a masculine way of communicating and interacting, and a feminine, active.
Oh, active.
Masculine is active.
So I can't say I like your shirt.
Yes, you can.
But that's active. Yep. Exactly.
That's active is, I like your shirt. Damn, you look good. You know what? You want to come with me? I want your number. Like, that's active. Like, to actually take it to try to bring me home, that's an active
Trying to bring
approach.
you home for asking for your number?
No, by asking, that's too much. I'm supposed to ask for your number. Yes. I'm supposed to ask for your number. Women are supposed to be, excuse me for lack of a better phrase, submissive. Indeed. There's a power in being submissive. Man impregnates a woman's body. A woman impregnates a man's mind.
Okay, well, hold on. You got your point? You got your point? Did you get your point across? Okay. I thank you. Let's give it up for my brother. Men, that's your brother right there. How many people agree? Right. Men. Oh, y'all saying, hell no, I ain't got a dog in that fight. I ain't got a dog in that fight. It is okay to know what you want in a man or a woman. It is okay. And for me, there are no rights and no wrongs.
Exactly.
As long as you know, my brother, what you like, or my sister, as long as you know what makes you feel comfortable, then that's the beginning of any relationship.
That's what he has been trained from little.
That's his training, but that's what he wants.
That's what his training makes him what he wants.
That's my training. It's my study.
Hold a second. Now we all family up here now. We trying to get a relationship going, and I feel not Muhammad Ali up in the house. All I'm trying to say is this: we all come from a different place. We all have a different. You call it training? It's truth. What you're saying is true. But we need to know what it is so we know how to approach the person. I asked in the beginning, is it okay for a woman to approach a man? Did I not?
And we said yes.
We said yes.
Yes.
And so based upon all of us saying yes, it's okay for a woman to approach a man, I just tried to say, is it okay for me to do so? For him, it was okay. But for this young man, it was not. It's okay.
I didn't say it was not okay. It's not what I said.
Okay, well, we gonna agree that we gonna keep on going. Okay? So my brother in the back, how does it work, my darling? Tell me something.
I'm listening to everybody.
Yes.
There's no set approach.
That's right.
Right, there's no set approach, correct. That's right.
So you have to be open.
So what is your approach?
You got to
What is your approach?
He said what she goes.
So what I'm saying is all about the woman. It's how she flex. Because she educates perception.
Perception?
Perception. We all been raised in a different state of mind.
Okay.
We want the relationship to be healthy.
Okay.
We have to be open.
You have to be open. So no matter how she comes to you, you're going to be open.
You still could approach her with respect.
You okay?
But you gotta be open.
You got to be open.
You can't be closed up.
You can't be closed up. Okay, so my brother, how would you approach a woman that you saw that you liked?
Well, me personally,
You
I
personally.
deal with it from a big principle.
Okay.
So regardless of how she flex,
Yes.
I still could flex proper.
Yes.
The way she flex don't affect me.
Yes.
Because women deal with reality. It's all about how you flex. Like if you come nasty, they get nastier.
Okay.
Sweet, they get sweeter.
Okay.
So that's just my reality.
That's your reality.
I gotta respect wherever she at. Because for me to help somebody to change is to acknowledge where they are first. If you shun them, that changes them.
Very good. Very good. It takes a lot to make the world go round. It takes a lot to make the world go round. So there's no right and there's no wrong. Now, I want somebody who know how to argue real good. You know how to argue real good? Do you like to argue? Yeah. Come on up. Are you the people that likes to argue? King Simon, this is where I'm gonna pull you. Can you stand right here for me, please? Oh, you study law. Okay, come on back just a little bit more. And what's your name, darling? Paris. Let's get up for Paris. And what's your name again? Melquan. Let's give it up for Melquan. Melquan. Quan. Excuse me. Okay? Now, we have sciences that will allow us to understand if two people can get along. So we're going to bring King Simon up. And King Simon, can you please bring your book, please, for a second? There are sciences out here for us to know who we're approaching before we approach them. And this is King Simon. Let's give it up for King Simon. He is the man. He gets everything going. King Simon, even before I give them a conflict, he is going to look at their names. Or you're going to tell us what you're doing.
Yes. Well, I know this brother. We was at Mount Vernon. Give him a round of applause for coming up. Born November 28th, right? I remember. And he just told me once. She born March 17th, correct? You made it. Good. Give them both a round of applause. Give Paris a round of applause. Now, the science I do is numerologics or numerology. I try to keep it logical, numerologics, because there's a logical way to do mathematics, which has come definitely from our ancestors on logical ways of doing our sciences. Now, if I see a Sagittarius brother trying to deal with a Pisces sister, now, the elements I look at first, water and fire. Now, when y'all have ever incurred or dealt with water and fire, what has always happened? Some get extinguished. Some water floats out fire unless there's another element between it. An element of steel or element of some type of element to create the steam that will produce this beautiful element. But I would never suggest these two to come together only because she, as a number 8, dealing with a number 1, he's 2 plus 8 is 1, they're opposition to each other. They would be better as business partners than in relationship. And sometimes men and women get into relationships just because they went into business and then they find out, oh damn, she taking all the money or he taking all the money and they run. Should not happen. So once I knew their numbers, she's a number 8, 1 plus 7 equals 8. He's a number 1, 2 plus 8 equals 10, which is a 1. And then he's a fire and a water. Already the opposition is messed up. Already destroyed. So there's only certain perspectives they're supposed to deal with in life. Maybe if they came together, they were supposed to only deal with business or deal with that. That's all. And maybe he would meet a friend of hers that he was supposed to deal with, or she would have met a friend of his that she was supposed to deal with. But that's it. It was only supposed to deal with business as far as my numerologics is concerned. Thank you.
Let's give it up for King Simon. That's
did that.
The ancestors did that. That's right. It would be very good for you to do that. So now let's see how these fire and water signs, let's see who's gonna win. Because I see they both like to do it. Now, what I get from the two of you, both of you think a lot. So, in thinking a lot, he actually keeps all the money, and you make it too, and he gives you an allowance. And there's something that you want to buy, and he says it's not in the budget, but he just bought a new car. Okay? I'd like to see how the two of you handle this in my eyes. Well, you gotta be yourself. So whatever, you the one on that.
What is it today, sweetie?
So, I heard that you give me an allowance, right? But I heard that you bought a new car. How is... Wait, so you give me an allowance, and you're telling me that you got a new car, and I can't get... What's it? I want this fur coat. So you're telling me I can't get it?
Well, that fur coat is not going to drive you back and forth to work.
That's right.
So,
Why you telling me that I can't spoil myself? I can't get a fur coat. It's getting cold outside. So you telling me I can't get it?
again, you're talking about it's getting cold outside. You'd be most definitely warm in that new car that I know.
You know what? You got it. You got it.
What did his eyes do?
Check this out. Under numerology, these two are connected to the number 3. Sagittarius and Pisces are connected to 3. See how they expanded that? And move up, see how they, in this whole thing, under numerology, they're connected to number 3. So, in that aspect, that could have worked very well.
Yeah.
But as y'all grow to know each other, because his number is known as the divorce number. He's been through relationship issues, and he's honest with that. He can be honest with that. You, I know your perspective is whatever your something is more back is more in your family and more family issues when you're dealing with number 17s or number 8. That's more karmic because that gives a Capricorn karma Saturn. She's an 8, and 8 is dealing with that Capricorn Saturn. So sometimes there's a mishap that happens because of what was not taught in the family history or taught in the past of the family when I deal with the 8. With him, it's just the 2 and the 8 in numerology. They have certain conflicts with each other because the 2 is so sensitive at one point, but the 8 they have a little imbalance when it comes with the Saturn and the Moon energy going together. See, that's why you have to understand energy. You got to understand the energy, and it can be different in Kevin with the different energies, but the energies of numerology, when you study those energies, you find why he went through relationship problems. What was the most problems sisters had with you? Be honest. Be honest.
Being honest, as far as me being damaged, I also did damage myself.
Exactly. And Dr. Sebi said one time, a woman should never try to marry these guys. And I don't know, because there's a certain, if they're not taught from a certain way to be wholesome to their female counterpart, he probably never seen it in his family, didn't see it amongst his parents, or didn't see enough of it around in his circle. Then that whole thing, that's why I tell people about that, the sins of the father will fall upon the child to the 3rd and 4th generation. That is a scientific breakdown. It really does happen. If you're not taught, if things of your father and your father's father was very malicious and crazy to women, and that's what you learn from their father, that's part of your DNA. You come back out with it. If you don't learn to break the cycle. My father had to tell me we had to break the cycle. And I went through it. I can tell you, I was crazy as hell. I was that nigga. I got 9 children to prove it. And I met most of my women in the club, that entertainment world. And so we had to be careful. So if we don't learn to break the cycle, we'll never be able to grow. So he has to go back and break the cycle. And hopefully this will help him to break. Adding this to his resume, as Black Women's God and all that, and knowledge has helped him to start breaking the cycle. But it still takes time to do break. She has to learn to forgive. That's the way you break them. Anytime I see the 2, the 6s, the 8s that pop up in numbers, I always tell them forgiveness is the highest form of healing. If you don't learn to forgive and move on, even if that person's still alive, even if that person is dead, if you come to my consultation, I tell you, look, set up an altar for them because they really, really want to apologize to you from the other side. And you got to go back into the deep essence of why that person, because maybe that person was sick and that's why they did 6 things to you, or molested you, or fondled you, or messed with you, or tried to F around with you. These things happen in our families and we're hiding it, but yeah, it's coming back out in our children. We're starting to feel each other up or mess each other up. Adult children are being succumbed to adult male or females or uncles and all that because they were sick. That's why they did sick things to other people. And my mother was raped by my uncle, who I love dearly, and I didn't know until he died and she went through something. I've said it before, so it's common knowledge. And what